Coming up next on another edition of Turnaround's Theory, we're going to go back to watching Rivah TV's YouTube channel about a young lady deciding to leave the stage while being on the Pop the Balloon or Find Love series. And of course, your boy gonna come through with another theoretical thought as always. So join me for another edition of Turnaround's Theory coming up next on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. The young lady that you're watching right now decides to go viral, and you won't believe why. If you'll stick around for another edition of Turnaround's Theory coming up on my official YouTube channel, Facebook fan page, and on my Instagram account, we're gonna go back once again to watching Rivah TV's YouTube channel about this young lady deciding to do what she did. And of course, you know me, I'm going to give you another theoretical thought at the conclusion of today's broadcast. Now, once again, fellas, as I often tell you all, that y'all should often be knowing my saying, and y'all should often be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all grab a quick snack and come on back, because y'all just might learn something. Another edition of Turnaround's Theory starts right now. Roll the intro. Let's get into it. I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I'm a musician, singer, rapper, songwriter, composer, and producer. I'm also a content creator, and I give theoretical thoughts on just about anything in general. This is Turnaround's Theory. What's going on, everybody? Once again, this is your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. And I want to welcome you to another edition of Turnaround's Theory on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. As you should know by now, Turnaround's Theory comes to you each and every single Monday over the digital airwaves of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for this season. And Turnaround's Theory is also the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas like you at home a free theoretical thought on just about anything. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to another edition of Turnaround's Theory on YouTube, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are, in fact, a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. And for those that are tuning in to another edition of Turnaround's Theory for Facebook and Instagram, and you are following me for the very first time, welcome aboard the platform. And if you are, in fact, a constant follower of mine with regard to the content that I post up, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, hey, kudos to you as well. As a constant daily reminder, I must reiterate to you fellas to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload new additional content onto the channel. Please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below on my official YouTube channel, as well as in the comment sections below for Facebook and Instagram. And if you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, there is also going to be a link provided in the description box below on my official YouTube channel, as well as in the comment sections below for Facebook and Instagram. Please don't forget to also use the hashtag Team Turnaround that you will see at the bottom of your screen, because that'll let me know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my channel with regard to the content that I post up, and I might just give you a shout out right back. Now, I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this particular matter, and with that being said, let's jump on back over into another edition of Turnaround's Theory.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video.
What?
So actually, this is a Pop the Balloon episode that a clip of it actually went viral on social media, and I ended up leaving a comment on one of those like platforms posts, and oh my gosh, women were mad at me. And basically, we're gonna have to just watch it. I don't even want to give it away first. We're just gonna watch it together. Then I'm gonna pause and play and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this entire situation.
Huh?
Welcome in. Can we get your name?
My name is Josh.
Josh, okay. And Josh, how old are you?
Well, I got two ages.
Oh.
All right. So chronologically, I'm 40.
Okay.
But biologically, I'm 35.
And how does that work?
Well.
How old are you, Josh? Okay. How old are you? But no, my first thought is that when he said, biologically he has a certain age, that leads me to believe that he's somebody who is obviously health conscious, right? So he's very in tune with, you know, how he's functioning at the age and stage that he's in, which is a good thing. You want somebody who's going to be self-aware in that way.
Chronologically, it's like time,
Yeah.
you know, and biologically, it's like health.
Oh, okay. So you're saying health-wise, you're 35.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll let you have it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I assumed that he was going to say.
And now what do you do?
I work in the mental health field.
Nice. Very nice. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to work out, roller coasters. What else? I skydive before, read books. So yeah.
Seems pretty balanced to me. I don't see nothing wrong, you know. Intellectual, works out, has fun, seems spontaneous, healthy. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
But wait, there's more.
So we haven't got any pop balloons, but before we go over there, we did have you on the show before and you ended up matching. What happened with your match?
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Okay. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you. Hopefully we find you someone today.
I didn't know that they do that on this show. I didn't know. I remember that there was a guy long time ago when I used to react to their videos that he, you know, was having a hard time, but he was in the lineup. But I didn't know that if you match with somebody, you can go back on the show if it doesn't work out and get another match.
Okay. So we still do have quite a lot of ladies with their balloon left. Oh, okay. Let's go down over there. All right. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name's Anita. I'm 37.
So far, so good until the one young lady decided to pop her balloon, and you're about to see why.
So based off of what everybody heard, all the women left their balloons unpopped, right? Everybody thought he was, you know, the best. You know, they didn't see anything wrong. They didn't see any red flags. They didn't see any problems with anything that he had to say. Like, they were all like, okay, seems to be good to me. And then obviously, as soon as, you know, she, you know, made mention of that and it was going to be his turn, which I need you guys to pay attention to that. As soon as it was going to be his turn to pop the balloons, then all of a sudden somebody popped their balloon.
I was trying to hear him out. I know you said you've been on the show before, and I don't know, that I felt like a red flag, but I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
I want you guys to listen keenly. Okay? Nobody popped their balloon. As soon as it was going to be this man's turn to now pop the balloon on whoever he did not want to be in a relationship with, she popped, right? And her reasoning was that it's a red flag that he was on the show before and it didn't work out. And two, because there was no attraction there.
Now, for her to say that there was no connection between him and her, he just dodged a bullet.
Okay. Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah. She's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Again, guys, I'm trying to walk us through the steps. It was his turn to pop the balloon for somebody he wasn't attracted to. Goes up to her, she popped her balloon and said because there was no attraction there. Then Arlette asks him, well, are you attracted to this woman? And he goes, actually, yes, I love her skin tone. I'm attracted to dark-skinned women. I actually am very much attracted to her. Then she says, oh, I was shocked. I didn't think you would be attracted to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Now, let me bring up the post that I put on social media. Okay? When I saw that very small clip, I said, this woman is an attractive woman. I think she's attractive. I think her skin is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. I think she's a pretty woman. I don't see anything, off about her. Maybe, could work out a little bit if I'm being genuinely honest. But I think that she's a pretty woman. And obviously carries herself in a certain way. And I just feel that there's a certain level of security that is necessary before you get into relationships, because otherwise people, women in particular, who are insecure in relationships cause a lot of problems.
Alex, I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I should think that, but
Yeah, no, you're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you got gorgeous almond eyes, and yeah.
Women.
So far with this conversation, he has reassured her twice. She said 2 times, I didn't think I was his type, and he said so far 2 times all the reasons that she is. My point of view is that there was a lot of women in the comment section saying, yes, you know, these dark-skinned women go through it on a daily basis, and it's because of men that she has this level of insecurity, because society, and, you know, because light-skinned women this and light-skinned women that. I don't agree with that. I think that you either are secure in yourself or you're not.
What?
That's just my personal opinion.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
I strongly believe that. Just because you light skinned don't make you cute. Okay? Just because you light skinned does not make you pretty.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
I think a lot of people have got that real twisted. Some people will see a light skinned woman and say she's pretty just because of her skin complexion. Skin complexion doesn't make you pretty. Your features make you pretty. Your energy makes you pretty. The way that you carry yourself makes you pretty. And so, you know, if you are insecure, he's already reassured her twice. How many times is he going to have to reassure you within the relationship? To me, it would seem like you might still have some work to do prior to getting into a long-term relationship. Because if you were so quick to exile yourself out of the competition because you felt like you weren't his type, and then we look at the whole lineup and he says dark-skinned women are his type, you are the only person that fits the mold. But you were so unsure of yourself because of what you see that you were like, nah, let me just go ahead and say the attraction is not there and beat him to the punch before he says it to me.
Okay.
So are you still leaving your balloon unpopular? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was his type.
Why are you eliminating yourself? You want the balloon back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 3 times she said it. 3 times. We heard you the first time, Mama. We heard you. We heard you the first time when you said that you didn't think that you were his type. You said it 3 times now. 3 times. Again, from what it seems to me, I could be wrong. Hopefully, you know, her seeing this back and realizing that she doesn't need to have this way of thinking can maybe help foster the growth within their relationship. But from what I see, it looks like he's going to be reassuring her all the time.
Now, how much you want to bet that she didn't make that same mistake twice? Slim chance to none. Don't go away, because the second half of Turnaround's theory will continue in a moment.
Never disrespect a person that made sure you was okay when no one else did. People like that is hard to find. It's really rare if you find a person that really, truly cares. If you find that, you better not disrespect that person to the point that you lose them, because once you lose them, it's hard to find a person like that again.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't.
You need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not gonna play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health, for rich and for poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well.
The girl that he can't get over is usually the one that did him the worst. Like, don't let these men get online and play with you, right? When they be sitting up and talking about how women don't like nice guys, women always want bad boys. If you really dig into a lot of these men's past, the girl that they was the most crazy about, the one that they bended over backwards for, the one they did the most for, was the girl who treated them the worst, right? She was uncontrollable, right? She had his emotions all over the place. And she's the reason why right now he's emotionally unavailable, because he still ain't got over her, right? But they'll sit up and play with you in your face and make it seem like you're the only one who like people that's not good for you. And then on top of that, they'll sit up and tell you all of these things that they want in a woman, all of these qualities that they want in a woman, and the woman that they still head over heels for, she was none of those things. She was none of those things. They trying to convince themselves that that's the type of woman that they really want. But they actually like toxic women. And I'm going to warn y'all fellas, if you come in my comment section doing too much, I'm going to just block you, right? Because I don't expect a lot of y'all to tell the truth. Y'all are liars. Y'all don't tell the truth about anything, right? So if this don't apply, you better let it fly.
We now continue with the second half of Turnaround's theory.
It seems to me, just in my personal opinion, he is going to be spending a lot of time reassuring this woman. Over and over again. You are enough. I do like you. I am attracted to you. They might go to the gym together. She might see somebody who is her same skin complexion, who is more fit, and then start to feel insecure because, maybe she's your type and I'm not really your type. And maybe I have to end it and break up with you because I'm not really, enough for you. And he gonna have to say, nah, baby, that's not what it is. I do like you. I do love you. I do want to be with you. That's exhausting. That is extremely exhausting. So she popped her balloon prematurely, ended up getting the balloon back, and it ended up being, I think, her and only a couple other girls in the lineup at the end that they had to decipher with.
Here, any questions over here?
Okay, so what exactly happened with the match from last time?
In my personal opinion, the only reason why this woman is asking that is because it's her insecurities peeking through. She wants to know what happened so bad with him and the last person. That don't have nothing to do with you. Who cares what happened? You want him or you don't? Okay? Do you want him or not? Who cares what happened before? The only reason why you would be asking that is because you're insecure and you want to see if, oh, well, yeah, maybe I'll do that and maybe he won't like that either. Oh, yeah. She wants to do it to use it to her advantage to be able to maneuver within the relationship longer. That's a manipulation tactic.
Second question, so you can pick which one you want to answer first. When you do go into your I need space times, is it something that you do because you really just need space? Or is it something that you do because, hey, you don't like what I said and you're going, I'm going to put her in timeout. I need space.
Now, apparently, this is a conversation he maybe had with somebody else in line. And it said that, he's the type of person who he needs space sometimes, like, even during conflict or whatever, he needs to breathe. And she's like, well, do you need space because you didn't like what I said? Or do you need space because, you're mad at me or you're putting me in timeout? Are you upset? Are you like that? Just screams, again, the same root cause of a lot of these problems, insecurity. Y'all get into an argument. He said he needs space. You gonna think he talking to somebody else. He looking for somebody else. He trying to find somebody else who's better fitted for him, who's more his type. He gonna ease himself into a next relationship because of whatever situation that y'all got going on. Women do it all the time. They get anxious, they get antsy about the fact that maybe he might talk to somebody else or, if he needs space to breathe, they don't like it because then they're stuck with these emotions running rampant in them and they feel out of control. A lot of women are very uncomfortable not having control of the situation. Same thing from the beginning. She popped the balloon first and said that there was no attraction there to have the control of the narrative. Now she asked him, why did he break up with the last girl so she can have control over how she's going to maneuver through situations based off of what he says. Then she's asking if he separates just because he needs space, because she wants to be able to have control over the situation of, no, you better stand here and keep talking to me. You're not going to take no space. Why? You mad at what I said? Control. A lot of insecure women are very controlling.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. So if I need space, it's like, I'm going to communicate, I need space. The anxious attachment style, I'm kind of glad that, you said that because I think that's something that we all have to work on ourselves, but that's something that I can't do. I feel smothered.
Now listen, I don't want nobody to get the wrong impression. I'm not saying I wish them wrong or I wish them bad or whatever. I'm hoping that maybe it's going to cause her to dive deep and, do some searching while they're in the dating phase if they decide to get into the, the marriage phase or whatever. But from what I see, I don't know. I just feel like she gives that vibe. I feel like she does give that anxious attachment vibe. And again, because a lot of women who are insecure or wear their insecurities on their sleeves are very controlling. A woman who want to go through your phone all the time and is showing that oh, you can't go with your homeboys. The root of that is because she's very insecure. She doesn't feel secure within the relationship. She doesn't feel like if you go out there and you see somebody more pretty that you might not take that other person off, on their offer, because in herself, she feels like there's other people who are maybe better suited for you. So I don't know what he's saying that he is and how he stands 10 toes down on that. Like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to put up with you calling my phone, ringing my phone down. I'm not about it. I love that. And I hope that he stays like that and doesn't bend to or conform to try to fit the mold to make something work because of what he wants in his future, because that would just be foolish. It would be foolishness, and it would still end with the same way, in disaster.
Yeah, I mean, I'll communicate. So
was that the issue from the other?
I prefer. So what happened previously in previous relationships? She's not here
okay.
to defend herself, so I don't want to say anything.
I can't stand somebody who run their mouth. I just gotta keep it real with you. I can't stand it. I cannot. You're a man who the relationship was over and they just blabbing and tell you all the negative things about somebody and this and that. You chose those women that you was with. So you might be the problem too. I don't like when people get out of relationships and start to badmouth the other person. That's a red flag to me. And so for him to stand and be like, okay, she's not here to defend herself. You don't know her. It have nothing to do with anybody that's here. I'm not going to, slander this person's name just because the situation didn't work out. That's not right to do. I love that. I applaud that. Okay? I absolutely love that. And again, why are you still digging? Why are you still digging to find that answer out? Why does it matter so much to you? It's either you like the man or you don't.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have kids?
No kids.
Do you want kids?
I do.
And what do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Married with at least one child.
Her whole life flashed before her eyes. She's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. This is actually a man who wants to be a husband and a father soon. This is actually a man who, is not just dating to have fun and play the game. He actually is looking for, legacy. She had to compose herself like, hold on a second. I can't mess this up now. All that insecurity, I need to go ahead and fix it, rearrange it. I need to get it together. I need to rise to the occasion because this could be my husband standing right in front of me and I'm about to play the fool. Which is a strong possibility. And what gets me is that when I look at this woman, I think she's a pretty woman. I really do. And it's just, crazy that, a lot of people are blaming other men for whatever it is. No, it's called self-esteem for a reason. It's called self-esteem. It's not called other people esteem. That's called validation. This is called self-esteem, self-assurance, self-love. Obviously, she takes good care of herself. Her skin is glistening, shining. Her hair is done. She looks like she smells good. So why is it that when you see somebody, I don't know if it's maybe because he's more, fit or whatever the case is, and she feels like maybe she's not where she wants to be. I'm not sure. I think a lot of people were on the internet taking it and running with it because of her skin complexion. I don't know if it's skin complexion. I don't know if it's just that she's not 100% where she wants to be. And so she thought that because he's fit, maybe he wouldn't like her. I don't know. But again, a lot of women ruin opportunities, ruin relationships because that self-love, that self-assurance, they are looking for someone to fulfill that for them. And that's not anybody else's job.
Come on up, y'all. All right. So she asked quite a few questions. Joss, do you have any? If you don't have any, that's fine. No questions? No questions. Okay.
I bet she don't got no more questions. After she heard husband and father within the next year, she was like, let me just zip it before I ruin it. Okay? Let me go ahead and get my man, child, because I'm not about to be over here talking myself out of this relationship. I gotta go.
Then, is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got a match!
Love that for them. Okay? Love that for them. Like I said, I hope that whatever insecurity she has, she works on it. while the two of them are separate, not living together, maybe they're going on dates, maybe she can do the inner work in the process. Okay, maybe. Or maybe just because of the fact that she really wants to, the more that she dates him, she likes him, she wants to be his wife and have his children and see forever with him, it will force her to do the work. Because some women do that too, Some women, when they see the man that they want, they hurry up and conform. Okay, they hurry up and fit the mold and throw everything else out the window and try to and get it right to make it work. And hopefully that's the situation. Hopefully it's not a one-sided relationship where one person is, the man is doing all of this, reassuring and convincing and consoling and building and helping and trying, because that's exhausting. It's very exhausting. It would be exhausting if it was the other way around. If it was a woman and there was a man who was insecure, it would be the same conversation I'll be having. Because nobody wants to be trying to pull you up a hill while you're over here like, oh, woe is me. Like, it's not an enticing thing. It's not an attractive thing. And so, hopefully that the two of them get it right. Hopefully so. Again, I think she's so pretty. I don't know how she don't see that. Or, again, like I said, I don't know if it wasn't her complexion and it was, like I said, her not being as fit as he is. I'm not 100% sure. But, girl, like I said, it's called self-esteem for a reason. That's what it's called.
Stay tuned, fellas, because when I come back, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another theoretical thought right after this.
Let's be so for real. These men don't stand a chance in dating because women turn everything into a red flag. He didn't text back fast enough, red flag. He doesn't text enough, red flag. He doesn't call me enough, red flag. He fell asleep and took a nap and I didn't hear from him for 3 hours, red flag. He breathed the wrong way, red flag. He's existing, red flag. Everything is always something, even when it's nothing. And when he says it's nothing, that's also a red flag because he's lying. You'll hear some dumb shit online about, oh, you can tell a man is toxic by the way he smiles. So now you're looking at your man based on some dumb shit that you saw on the internet. Like, oh, he's smiling the wrong way. That means he doesn't like me. Y'all leave no room for these men to make any kind of mistakes. Women will literally make up entire storylines about men that they don't even know just to validate their own insecurities and then get online and say all men are trash. You're turning a golden retriever man who has no issues into a wolf based off your past experiences. And then you expect the new man, the good man, the better man to take on all of these challenges with grace when you are the fucking problem. How are you going to be able to go into a relationship looking for a good human being when you're already looking at him as if he's your ex-fucking boyfriend who cheated on you and he deserves to be treated like shit based on what somebody else did to you? And how do you expect these men to still want to date you when you literally turn everything into a problem? Everything is a red flag. Everything that he's doing is toxic. It's not good enough. It's poor behavior and you're never satisfied. Like, make it make sense.
The double standard of having standards while dating. I think that's a subject that needs to be talked about a bit more, because I have noticed a definite difference when it comes to men and women in regards to the standards that they are allowed to have when they're dating. Does anyone else notice that? Because for the most part, it seems to be mostly women that are encouraged to have the highest standards and be the most discerning while dating. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being discerning. A person should be, no matter if they're a man or a woman, on who they decide to enter into a relationship with. But if men have just as high as standards as women, they are often, if not laughed at, looked down upon, and told they're being far too picky. Because it's been said that women are the table, that they don't need to bring anything to the relationship except themselves, yet men are expected to bring the most to a relationship, but yet they are told that they should not be as picky as women. Why is that? Why is there such a double standard when it comes to people having standards when it comes to dating?
And now, Turneround's theoretical thought. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and this is always my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it is time for another edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a moment, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another theoretical thought coming from Rivah TV's YouTube channel about a woman popping her balloon and rejecting herself out of the competition. Here's your theoretical thought for today. There is no surprise that women are competing against other women. And as I said before on previous occasions, Modern women can never compare to a traditional woman. There is no question that this woman has instantly made that decision to make herself be known, that she walked out of the competition but still wants her balloon back after the man has told her with a compliment with regard to how beautiful she was when it comes to dark-skinned women. Now, you may have a preference all you want, but I think that she was just way out of line just popping that balloon because she felt like there was no connection. That's why women are continuing to keep other women single. In other words, what I'm trying to say is traditional women can't be happy and can be better than a modern woman. The modern women are up to their highest level of trying to keep other women single. And in today's society and in our culture, again, the dating world is not what it used to be. We need more traditional women and less modern women at that. With that being said, that is your theoretical thought for today, and that'll conclude another edition of Turnaround's Theory for today. Hey, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning today's episode. And as a constant daily reminder, I want to reiterate to you fellas to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel because it would in fact help out and it will be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload new additional content onto the channel. I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Thank you for watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory. I look forward to seeing you right back here next time for another edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. Now here is a sneak peek of next week's episode. Coming in 2 weeks to Turnaround's Theory. Yes, it's that time again. It's another very special Father's Day edition of Turnaround's Theory, where we're going to watch a couple of more videos, a couple of gift ideas concerning Father's Day, and of course, a very special theoretical thought concerning all the dads. Don't miss this special Father's Day edition of Turnaround's Theory, premiering Sunday, June the 15th, exclusively on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.